don't bend that way. There we go. You bastard. You bastard. There we go.
Don't forget, you can check out the Facebook group. The link is on my YouTube page, or you can click the QR code right here on your screen. Hope you enjoy.
Trellises are done. So 2 rows of trellises. Garlic's coming up pretty good. And so now we're going to start putting the fence up. When are we doing the fence?
Which fence?
The fence that's going to go around it.
Oh, you're talking about the electric?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to electrify it right now, obviously, but Sunday?
When?
Or is it raining Sunday? Who knows? It's just a matter of sticking poles in the ground. That's all. Okay. Anyways, trellises are done. Not exactly a professional setup, but you know what? It was free. So here's where cucumbers, melons, all that stuff are going to go. And we're going to have some other beans along the sides here that are pole beans. Here's where all the tomatoes and the peppers are going to go. I've been stepping in this, trying to put the fence up. So I'm going to fluff it back up. But so the peppers are going to go on the outsides. Tomatoes are going to go on the insides. This is kind of off, but you know, it'll still work. And then I'll put some other poles down the side to kind of help hold the peppers up during some of these bad thunderstorms. But we're not doing that today. We'll, however, get you a look of the plants. And it's the first time my dog hasn't pooped on camera. So here's the majority of the plants. Some of these here got a little too big for my thing. Some of these are already flowering, which I think is really cool. So these are the peppers. They need some water, but they're going to go outside in the next couple days or so. Radishes and everything. There's still some more inside. This table only fit this many. So there's still like 4 more trays in the house. But yeah, so my tomatoes, I never went through and thinned them out like I should have. So I have one that's like really, really beefy and whatever. And then I got some that are just falling over. But that's fine because I have a method to fix this. But that's going to make their lives much better and keep them from getting trashed in storms. These guys are going to get wrapped in string. Look, the string come around as they grow up bigger. And that's going to hold them and keep them safe from storms as well. So then all the herbs and everything will also be going out. But this is not going to be today. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing with some of the carrots and sugar beets that I did last year. You see, some of these are even still coming up. Crazy as that. Anyway, so I'm going to show you what I did with the corn, or some of the carrots and sugar beets, because I'm going to try to seed them, and it takes 2 years to do it. So when I come back to replanting, I will explain this to you. absolute failure on the drone, but getting fire started. Yes. I'm gonna throw these on there because they're covered in sap, which is highly flammable. I guess while I'm watching this, I'm gonna go pick some herbs and stuff while you're gathering
Feeding, gathering.
all the...
Yeah.
I was about to say, if we grab a shovel, we could probably get all that dead grass in there. Just make sure you get any worms and throw them in here.
You mean that
Yeah, all those things.
where the grill's at?
And the one next
yeah,
to
the
it.
leaves of the dog been
That's why I said
eating
get a shovel.
Huh?
That's why I said get a shovel.
I know. That's what I was just.
But, I mean, we might as well burn that, too.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna throw them in your garden, but
Huh?
I was gonna throw them in your thing, but
The leaves? No. Because there's a lot of weeds in that. I don't want the seeds for the weeds in the garden. By the way. Here's the garlic.
here's
And the onions.
Oh, are you recording?
And the wheat. Yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
No.
Say hi.
Hi.
Big goofy wave.
Is this is the door open?
The back door? No.
I mean, like to the porch.
I didn't go out that way.
Okay, checking.
I had the lighter there already.
I'm thirsty, so I need a
Yeah, mine are on the thing, so.
something.
I mean, you could kick it open. It is possible.
I don't want to do that.
It's not going to hurt it. I've done it. Okay, so I'm going to come and start gathering these things. It is planting day. Super excited. So we have all the plants in here. This place is a huge mess. I know. So obviously there's you saw the Mother's Day gift that is for Duxie's mom. And then the calla lilies are for my mom, and the hibiscus right here. Those are for me. I just like medicinal plants, and I'm buying them in bulk lately. So we got hibiscus. I have 2 growing outside. I have these ones here. I'm gonna try to keep them alive like indefinitely or whatever. So this should be fun. Fancy is really wanting to come back in. She lives on the back porch, and unfortunately she's been kept out. But so someone left these on the side of the road, so I picked them up. Gotta find a place for them. And then a lot of these got a little leggy and out of control, but they're all going in the ground today. So let's get started. So here's the fence. It's not been electrified. Thankfully the rabbits aren't chewing through it, they're just running through it somehow. It's kind of funny. So we're gonna open the fence up. Alright, so this is my layout. I'm sure I can give you a better image of this because I have it on my computer, but so this is my layout. It's actually like this. So this section here is going to be carrots. Right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, these are last year's. They didn't grow very good because of the soil. But when you put carrots in the fridge from the year before, they just keep kind of growing. So they're going to go into the ground now. And these are the itty bitty ones, which I might try to plant. But these are going to go in the ground now. And these are going to be what's going to provide me seed this year. Because it takes 2 years for these type of root plants to provide seeds. So, and these are the sugar beets from last year. They got fairly decent, but I don't think they did very well either. So I'm also going to do the same with these. I have the new ones in there. Have these ones to get me seeds for next year. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to start with the carrot, which gets this whole section here. This whole little section right here is going to be carrots. So I'm going to start getting these kind of put in and get all these things labeled. I know I've been quite organized here, but I tend to forget some stuff later on. So we're going to label them. I'm going to just staple the labels on here like I did with the wheat. So let me get those. This is what they look like. They've just been sitting in the fridge. I chopped the tops off and they're starting to grow more. They're not getting light, so they're not doing the greatest. I left them in there for 2 years before and they just kept growing. They just keep growing roots to stay alive. So we're gonna do that. Can't leave them outside in this area, but we can definitely. Some of them got really fat because they couldn't grow down, so they just got fat. The ones that were really actually big enough to eat, we ate. A lot of these are just not fat and short because they just couldn't get through the clay. So we did the garden beds. This is the main reason, because these just could not grow. So these are what's going to be. Hopefully they'll get bigger. More than hopefully, they'll just provide me seed. So basically, what you can also do, and if you want to actually eat your carrots, is just take the tops off and plant the tops the next year, and they'll seed. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Get these in here. I'm going to do the same for those sugar beets. And Doxy is currently about to start bringing everything down. And then we're also going to top this with some more soil. So we also came through and we did some ash. These are way uneven. But we came through and we also did some ash. And so we have a lot of layers of browns and greens. The first brown layer was the original clay soil. And then on top of that, we did the leaves, which is a green layer. And then on top of that, we did this moisture control Miracle Grow, which is pretty much just peat moss for the most part. So that's another green layer. And on top of this, we're going to add some more of that topsoil. And that'll be the final brown layer. And then, of course, there's a layer of ash in there as well, which kind of works as a fertilizer. It also lowers the pH of your soil. So if you have things that don't like a lot of pH, a lot of ash is a good thing to have. But it works great as a fertilizer. That one we probably could have ate. I just kind of gave up on trying to find ones that were good. So we're going to eventually come through and also put some topsoil on top of these. Maybe not this particular pile, but at least in the future. And then more leaves and stuff like that. After this, we should not have to buy any more soil. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to get planting and I'll come back with you guys later. Bye guys. Never again am I starting radishes indoors. These are a hot freaking mess. They're all over the place. They weren't happy. They didn't like their conditions. They're being sown outside. Someone on the internet said, start your radishes indoors. They did not like that at all. So they're a hot mess. Doxy over there is kicking my butt and planting. He's already got most of the jalapenos. The Anaheims, the tomatoes are all in there. And he's got the bell peppers and the cayennes and paprikas next. Excuse me. So far I'm just getting them in place, and we'll kind of dig them in, then we'll put some soil over them. And then come back in a few days and add some more soil on top of that to finish off the thing. So right now we're just kind of getting them in place, but these are just, I mean, they'll pick up, but this is just a hot mess.
So is this
That's a, yeah, that's a peno.
I'm out of room.
Move a couple over or something, or put them at the very, very end. Just kind of a gap there. I'm gonna have to be up on my fertilization really well, because I'm kind of packing them in like I did last year. They did fine. They all grew great. Anyways, my onions, garlics. Potatoes haven't come up yet. But here's my herbs. The chives didn't do so well. I didn't even plant in time, so I just bought one. I started my carrots and then I stopped because we're just gonna put the soil in and then I'm gonna do it. Covered in mud. This is life right here. So I'm gonna get back to digging and I'll give you an update. So you got that. Which ones are those?
Well, it says cayenne and paprika, but I don't know.
Okay, cayenne's closest to the Anaheims.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, with the arrow, so, I mean, I'm
The
looking.
arrow's saying over.
So
There
this-
and over.
Oh. So is it?
Somewhere it should be more cayenne. Or it should be like 1.5 of each.
Yeah. So it goes cayenne here, the first row.
Do you want me to separate them for you?
Probably.
Okay, bring me another.
Just because. Just because I don't know.
My madness.
Well, that and I'll probably.
Bring me another tray.
Yep. I'll put the wrong ones in the wrong places.
Oh, I see. Okay, this is easy.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, for me.
I just didn't know which was which, and I don't want to cross mix them.
Okay, so what I do is I have cayenne, and then the paprika and the paprika. So that's why the arrow is showing over. So these 3 here. Oop. Don't do that. They didn't get a lot of watering and they've not been happy in the hardening off process. But they'll be fine.
And then the 4.
5. 4. Yep. You're better at math than me apparently.
I always told you I was.
I already knew you were. You're better at doing math in your head and I can see it in my mind. Oh, math whiz. Okay. Cayenne, paprika.
Which one's first?
Cayenne, then paprika.
Cayenne's right next to the Anaheim.
Yeah. According to my chart thingy. Cayenne, and then paprika. And then spicy bell pepper, and then black beauties. You got this. These kids, man. They scream bloody murder.
It's the weekend.
I know, but I don't know if I'm supposed to call 911 or not. I scream bloody murder like that, I got my ass whooped. Okay. These ones are digging deep down because they have to come out of the things because the root things, I'm never, ever, I have more radishes over here. I am never ever planting these indoors again. Which is good because that leaves me room to plant other things indoors. I should have planted like more vegetables and herbs. Okay, we'll be back after these sponsors that I don't have. Oddly enough, my GoPro camera died. Thankfully, the new S25, I am covered in stuff right now. The S25, however, does pretty good video too. So, I'm gonna have to come out here later and water these, but the garden has been planted. Some of them just did not take very well their first day out in the sun. But the fact that it took us forever to actually get them buried didn't help. Right now we have the sprinkler going because some of them dried out quite a bit, so they're all floppy. I'm assuming in a couple days they're going to really pick right up. So let me give you a rude. Okay. So here's what they look like. So the carrots got put in, most of them kind of got covered up. The water will kind of wash them away a little bit here. A lot of the vegetables just didn't have a good day. So a lot of them didn't grow, but I went ahead and planted some extra ones in the rows. Here's my tiny little rosemaries. My 2 cilantros, I only started 2. And my chives, which did not really start well, but I threw some more chives in there, and it's coming again. Just going to give it a quick watering so that they get a little wet, and then we're going to give them a thorough watering later. See, these are all kinds of droopy, but actually I just don't think that that's really the case. I think that, okay, I'm just going to get wet this time. That felt good. You don't even know it's hot. Okay, so my tomatoes and peppers are very unhappy right now, but they will pick up. I'm pretty sure those are going to pick up. So, okay, I'm getting wet again. Whew, it just feel good. Alright. So, these ones, I'm not so sure. The radishes did not hold that well to the transplanting at all. The beets, they're going to pick up. I already know it. The water actually stopped my video off. Anyway, so a lot of them are quite droopy right now. Don't worry, they're going to pick up. The radishes, I'm really Not so sure they're actually going to pick up though, but I'll just replant those. I'm never planting them inside again. That was like the worst thing to ever do. And sugar beets. They did fine in the ground last year. I should have just left them like that. Okay. So here I have a very long row of soybeans. I have pinto beans. I have, oh shoot, okay. A lot of my beans are also going to be planted over here with the corn. This got planted. It's a row and a half, give or take, of the blue Hopi corn and then the purple Hopi corn for the rest of it. And then there's squash up in here as well. So I have all my melons are planted along the trellis. And all my cucumbers are all planted along the trellis and they got covered up with the soil. They're kind of getting a water now, but they're really not going to, we're not going to leave it on long enough for it to actually get to the seed, but we'll turn it on later and really douse everything down. And then sometime we're going to come through and actually put the posts up to hold these up better because they got leggy, so we buried them up as much as we could, so that's why a lot of them are smaller, but they're still leggy. Oh God, that feels so good. Alrighty, so that's it for the tour for this video. We're going to run to St. Peter and hopefully get a pizza. That new Papa Murphy's Taco Pizza. So I guess it's not new, it's returning pot pizza or whatever. We're gonna go get that. And we deserve it. So we've been out here for like a good 4 or 5 hours just in this, and I would have recorded more, but the GoPro died. That, and it basically would just be two old people grunting and groaning a lot and hearing lots of creaks and cracks of every time we try to move, we hear something break. So you're welcome. I didn't record that. It's just, you're welcome. People coming by listening, wondering what's going on and what you're doing. Yeah, you're welcome. Anyways, so we didn't get a whole lot of that in, but we did get them all planted. They all look good. And now it's time for some pizza. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can find a Purple Majesty sweet potato, because I would like some sweet potato slips. Not that I'm going to grow them this year, but I might. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.